Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am very glad to present the fourth installment of the history and origins of the Gaud Saraswat Brahmins. In this video we shall learn about the life of Saraswat Brahmins living in Goa, Gomantak, how they adopted Vaishnavism and a quick introduction to the four mathas of Saraswat Brahmins. So let's get started. Shall we? The first migration, 700 BC, to Goa by Saraswats was directly from the Saraswati river banks via Kutch and southwards mostly through sea routes. The three main groups who came to Goa were the Bojas, the Kachayas and the Saraswats. These Saraswats in Goa immersed themselves into farming, fishing and trade. They were from the Bhargava and Anjirasa clans and maintained connections with the Kutch, Sindh, and Kashmiri Saraswats. Many from these areas migrated to Goa in this period in search of greener pastures. The Saraswat Brahmins worked in partnership with the local indigenous people, the Kudumbi or Kumbi tribals who exist still today. The second wave of immigrants were representatives of the Kaundinya, Vatsya and Kaushika gotras. They settled at Keloshi, Kwalasam, and Kushasthal, Kordalam, and were named after those villages as Keloshikars and Kushasthalikars. They primarily sought professional careers in the fields of teaching, writing, and accounting. They established the Magarish temple at Kushathali and Santa Durga temple at Keloshi. From here they spread to other villages. The main deities which also came along with them were Manjirish, Mahadeo, Mahalakshmi, Mahalsa, Shantadurga, Nagesh, Saptakochwar besides many others. Gomantak region is dotted with so many Kulatavada temples which testify these facts. All the Saraswats in Goa at that time were Shaivites. The first group of Gaud Saraswat immigrants from Trihutrapura, around 1000 AD, settled in two different parts of the Gomantak region. 30 families were grouped in one community and 66 another one. The first commune was known as Tiswadi meaning 30 villages, modern Tishwari, and the other Chasidis meaning 66, modern Silset. The Tiswadi community was migrants from Kanyakumbi and Chasidis was from Mitila. There is a view that these settlements together were 96 and is referred as Sahanavas Saha means 6 and Navi means 90, and later known as Shankas. These settlers belonged to 10 gotras, Bhardwaja, Kaushika, Vatsya, Kaundinya, Kashyapa, Vasishta, Jamdukni, Vishwamitra, Gautam, and Atri. Once settled down, they continued in their traditional professions of administration and education. Those Saraswats who were intelligent and lucky got royal patronage and positions in governance in due course of time. But the opportunities in these familiar professions were limited in Goa at that time. So some enterprising Saraswats branched out into the practice of trading. The successes of these pioneering Saraswat traders encouraged many other Saraswats to wholeheartedly adopt trading as a mainstream profession. There is another version of the story that Sri Parashuram brought 96 families of the Panka Gaud Brahmins from Trihutra, in Bihar, and settled them at Panchakrasha in Kushasthalai of Goa. Such stories are also narrated about settlements of Brahmins in Konkan, Kannada coast, and Kerala. This is considered to be more mythology than the history as Parashuram, the sixth avatar of Vishnu, is a mythological figure and should have lived far earlier than the time of Saraswat's migrations. And most probably they arrived in Goa under the leadership of a strong personality named Parashuram. Legends say that Lord Parashuram shot an arrow from the western Ghats in adjacent Konkan and the arrow landed at the site of Bendalim town. Bendalim, also known as Banavali, about 40 kilometers from Panaji. Even if the legends are considered only as myths, today a temple of Parasuram exists in Painwinam village near Bendalim town of Kanakona Taluka in South Goa. By the 10th-11th centuries several Sasastikar families migrated to Thane and Kalayan, in Maharashtra, and started sea trade. In the 12th century, some other Sasastikar families went south to Honavar, Bhaktal, Mangalore, Tellicherry and Calicut to set up trade. Around the same time Kushathali Saraswats went to Gokarna and Kanara, purchased land and became landowners in a large scale. Others who followed joined services under Sand and Vijayanagar kings in Belgaum and Darban areas. The Saraswats in Goa originally believed in NVSP, Smartha tradition. Sri Madhavacharya, founder of Dvaita philosophy, During his return journey from North India visited Goa in 1294. Attracted by his Dvaita philosophy, many Sasastikar Saraswats converted to Vaishnavism. The conversion formalities were completed by Padmanabha Tirtha, who was appointed head of Uttaradi Mutt. During his Chaturmasaya he converted large number of the Saraswats residing in Sasasti and Bardesh. His disciples converted Sastakars who had gone to Thane in north and Calicut in south. However, they did not discard their attachment to the Pankayatana NBSP, and the Shiva gods. Many of their Kulatamatas are Shaivades, Nagesh, Brahminid, and also connected with Shakti, Shantri Kamakshi, Mahalasa. The various dynasties that ruled Goa during that period were Hindus, the Scytho-Parthians, 2nd 4th century AD, the Agiras, Batpura, and the Bhojas, 4th, 6th century AD, the Chalukyas, from 6th, 8th century AD, and the Rashtrakutas of Maokht, 8th to 10th century AD, and was followed by the Kadambas, 1006 AD to 1356 AD. The Kadambas were unique because they were a local dynasty that slowly came to power by forging alliances with their neighbors and overlords, i.e. Chalukyas. They made Chandor, as their capital, 937 AD to 1310 AD. They subsequently moved their capital to Governpuri on the banks of the Zuari River, the site of today's Philadelphia. The period of the Kadambas is considered to be the first golden age of Goa. The death of the last Chalukya king in 1198 weakened their alliance and exposed Goa to the NBSP, a saleability NBSP to Muslim invasions that took place continuously after that. The Saraswat Brahmins are further segregated into four monasteries, each headed by a Padre, Dharma Guru, to lead the mana of its people. We shall learn about them in detail about their history and their formation. Below are the four mathas: Sri Kashinath Samsthan, Varanasi; Sri Kavalinath Samsthan, Gaudam Bhattacharya Nath, Kabal; Sri Chitapurnath, Shirali; Sri Samsthan Gopar Partagali Jivanam Math, Partagali. Thank you for watching this video. You can follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter and Facebook on those handles mentioned on the slide. If you do like my work, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon.